bunch of the touristy things, big fish and things like that, conch shells and stuff like that. And we took our failing picture with them. And now we're going to celebrate with some Wendy's.
Woo! A Wendy's!
There was quite the eclectic blend of sea-themed things to take our pictures with as we wove our ways up through the island from Marathon all the way up to Key Largo. So the adage seemed to be lobsters, lobsters everywhere, but not a bit to eat. They were all a little small, but it provided excellent practice, and it just whet the appetite, if you will, for some good lobstering. Rebecca and Annalise even spotted a lesser electric ray, one of the torpedo ray family. Really cool. It provided a lot of good learning opportunities, but I'm going to be honest, the boys are really as good or better than Dad at catching these lobsters now. So, but, you know, don't tell them. We also found a moon jelly, which was later to make its way to our dinner table, as we will show you in a bit. We found a large number of sea biscuits and sea urchins which had died because of the high temperatures that the water had reached in the recent weeks. So there were some die-offs, and it was pushing the larger lobster out into deep water. So that made our task a little more challenging.
I'm gonna not. We're not gonna dry and salt it. We're gonna sashimi it. Ready? Put out your hand. It's not gonna sting you. Just remember, this is a delicacy in Japan.
Yeah, it's a delicacy in Japan.
No, that was China.
Was Japan where your brother was?
No, okay. We're videotaping. You guys ready?
Oh. Taste good?
It tastes like really salty jello, no flavor.
Oh, weird.
Chew it. It's just like jello. Just relax. It's alright. It's salty. It's like seawater flavored jello. Okay.
So, today we found a whole lot of sea biscuits. How you can tell if they're dead is if they have a huge hole in them. Okay. But a couple days ago we also found some conch shells. And today we found a whelk shell. How I was able to figure out where these were is, and they were in a pile of sand, was how they have like a sea star shape on them.
Alright, and here we got the whelk out of the shell. And you can see like we got the whole thing, so that shell is completely clean. So here's the foot. There's kind of the eye or the mouth piece. And then those are like its guts. So just kind of interesting. And there's the shell that it or the door that it uses to close up the front. So yeah, so we're gonna make best use of it and use it in some conch fritters. But, well.
Cheers! Ding, ding, ding! Ha ha!
Alright, so we're doing nachos tonight. So we have fajita and iguana, because we had leftover iguana from our, what are they called? Meal the other day.
Rubens.
Thank you. So we're doing nacho cheese sauce over top. This is sour cream, and that's our picnic meal tonight.
Yeah! Iguana nachos, baby! Woo!
We stopped at Horseshoe Beach, but the water had gotten kind of nasty hot, and this little crab dude didn't make it. But there were still lots of fish swirling around. It was fascinating to see. And here's Emmett's story of the jellyfish's revenge. Go ahead.
We were swimming out to an old sunken boat, and we got there, and for some reason it started like burning and itching all down here, and we found out on our way back that it was the seaweed coated in a layer of algae.
Oh man. And like, is your chest the only spot you got it?
No, I got it down my leg. I think I got it here on my leg and one spot here on my arm.
Yeah, so something that was on the algae because of the high temperature. I mean, it was bad. It made us all itchy. So we got out of there, right? Made it back.
Yeah.
Excellent. The morning was spent processing sapodillas and coconuts, and then iguanas. And the evening was spent with good fruit, fried chicken, and good friends. So, this morning started at about 3 a.m. Mr. Ryan and I got up and got the boat ready and took off for Spanish Harbor. And we went out bully netting. Oh, and it was a bully good time. Bully. Unfortunately, we did not even see a lobster, but we did see sea turtles and sharks and caught some needlefish. So it was a lot of fun. We stayed out until sunrise and then came back. Yeah, it was an early start. So I came back and I slept, and the kids had other adventures while I slept, like going to the pool. And then this evening we went to church, and man, there was just this lightning storm everywhere. And it was hard knowing that was our last time attending with those believers, as we go on to other areas where the family of God is at, which is one of the nice things. It's family wherever we go, but it is always hard to leave family. So, bittersweet. So, and we're closing in on the end of our stay here, because that means we have less than a week before we head out.
Go. Back from church, and it is pouring down rain to the point where there have been a few places where the water has been standing in the road.
The water started off a little bit murky. Unfortunately, the camera died when the water cleared up at slack tide. You can see it kind of in the background is much clearer, and the current was rather swift, so at times it made using the camera a little bit challenging, But we saw lots of little lobsters and conchs, other shells and crabs. It was just an absolutely fascinating time to be out and about. The kids just loved it. Woo! Oh yeah! Oh dang! You should be all right. Definitely go right though. This way. So, the chitlins decided to take off their shirts and not apply suntan lotion to their face. And so now they all have nice sunburns all over their backs. Oh, yep, where they didn't apply suntan lotion or wear a shirt. It's good times. This, of course, only happened because Dad was in charge of them today and not Mom because she had the day off. Yep.
And then we have the tiny blue one.
We hit up the dive shops, had a picnic, and loaded up the boats to head out.
We're out at the shipwreck, and we're gonna snorkel and see what we can fish for and see what we find.
We returned to a previous spot, an old barge. It's covered in fish and sea life, and Emmett snagged his first legal lobster. Yeah. Measured him out, and he was plenty big, not even borderline. And we went fishing and snorkeling. Annalise also caught her first lobster, and Emmett also snagged a crab that Annalise had found. So it was a good times. We actually fished by standing on the wreck and then fishing down in the holes with Owen, like spotting where the fish were so that we could know where to put the bait. It was pretty funny. So they were just swarms of them. We also managed to catch our first lionfish, and we had seen a few others, but this one finally made it in the boat. He's a little guy, but everyone removed makes a difference. Emmett was making this one look easy as he dove in and fished the crab out of a pretty tight spot. And this was me fishing with Owen as my scout. So here's our take on the day. Emmett caught his first legal lobster. We caught our first lionfish, so removed an invasive. Caught a whole bunch of grunts, and you can see I got some fixed already. And then Emmett also snagged this crab that Annalise found, so he went down and caught it. So yep, that's our haul for the day. Alright, yes. Alright, so here we have Munchkin number 1 is going to try lionfish sashimi.
So I just snap and dip it?
Yep. There you go. That is the less elegant way of discussing it, yes.
Wow, I dropped it.
Well, now it's going to be well brined.
Oh, I didn't give it out. Okay. Okay, got it. Ah! Stay. Okay.
Okay, it's going to probably be super salty now. Go ahead.
Go.
And?
That was good.
What's, like, do you have anything to say? Sweet? Obviously salty.
Very sweet and soft. It's very soft.
Yes. I was amazed at how soft it was.
Yeah.
And?
Soft
Okay.
and a little bit chewy.
Okay. Alright, Pikachu number 2 says...
It tastes like...
Stand here. Okay, go ahead.
It tastes like rice.
Oh, great. Mama? No.
Oh yeah, sushi. Yeah.
It's softer than tuna, but the taste to me was similar. But I'm not very good at that kind of taste.
No, it's fine. So ironically, the only person who thought it was really chewy was the one in the chewy outfit. All right, excellent. Well, we're out and about. The blimp is up. And we're kind of idling back to dock because something happened to the motor. So, not really sure what. We stopped for some Cuban coffee, croquettes, and guava pastries on the way back. Then we swam near our dock. We saw a torpedo ray, which is a small electric style ray, and we checked in among the rocks that were scattered across the bottom looking for lobsters and corals. We just had a great time back at our home base. Lots of little fish, and eventually Rebecca caught a few little lobsters. And we managed to find one keeper in and among the bunch. We bagged up our keeper along with a mangrove snapper that I shot, and we added them to the freezer. We kind of picked the head parts and I made lobster nachos out of it. And we kept the tails for a different meal where we could enjoy them a little bit differently. It was a lot of fun just poking around in the water right up near our dock. Afternoon thunderstorms, it's good to have them back. Feels like Florida. Woo! Makes you want to curl up on the couch with a good book or take a nap.